Welcome to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. And going to spend some really quality time with my friend Jack Melton. And he is in the insurance industry, particularly in the property and casualty side, with a very unique niche. And you've been involved in this for quite some time. Tell us about the company. Tell us about what you do.
Well, North American Solutions is an insurance and risk management company specializing in public entities, mostly schools and colleges. Been doing this for over 55 years as a group, and together we serve more than 4,000 public entities nationwide.
Very good. Talk a little bit about, first of all, give the website real quickly.
NASrisk.com.
Talk a little bit about the biggest challenges for your company today.
Biggest challenges is mainly the political environment. When you're working with public entities, normally we're dealing with the risk managers and purchasing agents that really buy into what we're offering, but then they have to communicate that value to a school board or to a city council. And so we spend a lot of time providing them the tools to help them simply communicate the value of the offering to their decision makers in the school district.
What would you say is the typical sales process? How long does that typically take?
Sales process usually starts about 6 months before the renewal when you sit down with them and start talking about a buying strategy. And usually decisions are made within about a month of the renewal, so 5 to 6 months is the typical sales process.
How long have you been with the company?
23 years.
23 years?
Yes. I was one of the co-founders.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the challenges in 2016 versus just a few years ago.
Well, 2016, I see it as a continuation of 2015. We still have a lot of competition out there, and so trying to cut through a lot of that noise and narrow that bandwidth for the buyers to kind of understand what their options are is a continual challenge. But we're prepared to meet that in 2016.
Yeah, very good. What would you say, though, in business in general? Because you deal a lot with people who are in the business arena. What would you say it's like now just versus 5 or 6 years ago?
Gosh, people. We're in a people business. I've said before that they don't buy a tangible product in our business. They buy trust and they buy expertise. So finding the right people and people that fit the culture is always a challenge. But I wouldn't say there's any unique differences from 5 or 6 years ago. We've been in kind of the same environment in our industry for about 11 years, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What would you say is, your view as far as expansion and growth? I mean, you're very strong in Texas. You're now making headway into Florida. Kind of give us a panoramic overview of what you hope to accomplish.
Well, first of all, anytime we look to grow, we found that our biggest opportunities for growth is to work with our suppliers. And in our business, the suppliers are the insurance companies. I've found that when you let your suppliers know how you're looking to grow, they're out there working with your competitors and with your peers, and they have actually generated a lot of growth opportunities for us more than any other source. So we tend to lean on those supplier relationships a lot.
Those sound very important to you. And again, Florida, Texas, and you just entered the Florida market. What was attractive about that market?
Again, that came from a supplier connection. They had some opportunities they wanted to explore in Florida, and they wanted to lean on a business model that they've had a lot of success with in Texas and Louisiana with us. So that initially opened up that discussion, and that is about a 6-month project we've got ahead of us, but it's looking good. Yeah,
it sounds promising. And as a business owner yourself and, someone who's involved in a very significant company, talk a little bit about what the challenges are, for companies in your size range.
Our size range, going against the big five. You always have the big five in your industry, and so you compete on size and volume a lot.
And it doesn't matter the vertical. There's always seems to be a big three or a big five, right?
Absolutely. And so, setting yourselves apart and is always a challenge. But like you said, that exists in any market segment.
Jack Melton, he's with North American Solutions. That's NASrisk.com. I'm Kevin Price. Do want to remind you the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. More for you after this.